the biggest thing I learned was the team mentality around that, around your rehab and your injuries, and how much effect you can have on other players around you when your mood's not quite in the right spirit, I guess you can say. You know, for the first sort of month, I was out for about 3 to 4 months. In the first sort of 2-3 weeks, I was moping around, moaning, doing the why me type of thing, and then Polly sort of said, you know, just remember you've got a lot of close friends in this group, and they worry about you, but they've also got a job to do for the Brumbies. You know, you've got to understand it from that perspective. And yeah, it really sort of brought things to light for me, and then told me, you know, I can't sort of be worrying about myself too much and becoming a distraction. You know, I need to keep my enthusiasm up so the boys aren't focusing on that too much. And yeah, it's put me in good stead, I guess. You know, the way I've looked at it, being in rehab, it's never a great thing being in there a lot, but it's taught me about different ways to approach it, which has been great. So, you know, I'm always ready to go from day one. I guess at times, you know, there are going to be days where you're not quite up, you know, and you're mentally frustrating, I guess. You know, I've been doing that pretty much the whole year so far, and all you want to do is get out there and just pass a rugby ball between some of your mates and your teammates. But I guess you got to keep looking at the bigger picture and just remember your goal, and when that week, you know, that day you've set to come back, you know, what you're working towards, and remember that sort of each step and each sprint, you know, and each sort of push through each harness is getting you closer towards your goal. And if you can keep remaining strong within that, you know, you'll be in good stead and you'll be back out on the field in no time. I was very fortunate to get the call up. You know, very blessed. I always relish the opportunity to represent not only Australia but my family in the colours as well. And you know, that's not always just what you do on the field out there. You know, if I can be an influence off the field as well, within the training paddock and around some of the guys, and just share some of my experiences with some of the new guys coming into the team, that's just as valuable as what happens on the field in that 80 minutes as well, in terms of building that depth in that group and making everyone feel comfortable within the environment. You know, I always want to play, and you know, I'm hopefully a good chance to play this weekend. But if the opportunity doesn't arise, you know, I'll be doing as much as I can to make sure that those guys in the 23 on the weekend get the job done. You've just got to prepare like you're playing this week. I think, you know, when sort of people say you're 50-50, you just have to give them the impression that you're ready to go. And at the end of the day, the guys here know the potential that I can bring to the team and the level of rugby that I can get back to after an injury. So I guess for me, it's about portraying that I am good to go and that I'm ready to play if I do get called upon. So, you know, anything I can do over the next couple of days to keep sort of proving that, you know, will hopefully go my way, and hopefully I'll get that opportunity. You know, having those guys like Alan and Tom pushing their case, Jermaine in the squad is great, because, you know, we need that competitiveness in and around training in Super Rugby as well, to keep pushing us to be better players and to continually develop our game and evolve as players as well. So it's been great to see a lot of their development and a lot of the guys taking their opportunities, and that's what this game is really about. We don't get a whole lot of time to make the most of it, so when the opportunity arises, it's about just letting them know, you know, to take it with both hands and run with it. They've been so great for me. They come to every Brumbies home game. They try to come to every home Wallabies test match if I'm playing, or even if I'm not. Having them there is such a great source of support for me, and really drives me and reminds me of why I'm so determined to keep being the best. When the going does get tough, you know, we always talk about only being able to rely on those around us, but you know, I try in every break of play, try to look up and see where they are and see how proud they are of me, and how much energy I can draw from their enthusiasm about wanting the team to do well. And that gets me up throughout the game. So yeah, any opportunity I do get to play, you know, in the place I grew up and was born, it's pretty special, and to have my family there would make it even more.
Scott, congratulations, mate. Oh, it's pretty unreal, man. Like, it's a feeling that I always cherish, and to be able to feature for the Wallabies after 9 weeks on the sidelines, it's been amazing. And just to play with the boys again, I just let everyone know it's amazing to be back out there with you guys. It wasn't the result we wanted, but you know, we're not going to let the losses define us this year, and we're going to keep moving forward. And there's plenty of rugby to go in 2017. I had my brother back from France for the last 2 weeks. He's been away for the last 2 years playing with Stade Francais, so for him to watch me live again, it's just been immense having their support as much as I can. And you know, they support me through the highs and the lows of rugby, and tonight's no different. They're always there, they're always wearing the colours, and you know, I love them for that unconditionally.